I digress. And I go back to your coming to America. And you decide.
Yes, me and Eddie Murphy together. It was
But
great.
you're deciding to be an actress now. Was it people in your family actors?
Ooh.
What started
Is this just what you ask everyone? Is this what you ask all your guests? How they got started?
Yes, we
what
ask
their inspiration.
We ask
was.
everyone what brought you from Holland to become an actor in America. We ask every guest.
I guess that is kind of random. You know what I actually, I don't know. My mother was an avid theater goer. Avid. I saw all the good films, all the good theater, and even the crap stuff, although she didn't see anything too crappy. And my sister was a good singer and talent, and my father's a singer. But I came to America because my mother's really from New York, and I started in musical theater when I was young because she was very supportive of that, and I could always sing. What was the question again? Sorry, I got lost in myself.
Well, how about this? What was your, not theater, what was your first acting job, and how did you get an agent? Because nowadays it's really difficult to get an agent. Or back in the day, it was hard. You needed a job to get an agent, and you needed an agent to get a job. So it was tricky. So, like in the beginning, what was your
Good. Oh God, it's so hard to think back. I mean, my mother was taking me to so many theater auditions. I was involved in community theater. I had seen my sister in a play called The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, and she was just amazing. And I thought, I could do that. And then she started taking me to auditions, and then I think they had an open call. I mean, I was doing a lot of theater, professional theater, and making money. I had my equity card when I was like 9, all around town. And then, honestly, maybe one of my first auditions, I had a friend, Courtney Draper, who was in The Jersey. Did you ever see The Magic Jersey on the Disney Channel?
Yes.
I remember that.
The Magic Jersey.
Yes.
She was doing that, and then she said they're having auditions for this other thing. It was called Absolutely Psychic. I was telling Christy this when I was doing Vulnerable. Yeah. Anyway, my mom took me to like an open call for the Raven Show, which wasn't called that. It was called Absolutely Psychic at the time. And then I didn't get it. They hired someone else. I didn't get it. But eventually I got it. And I think because
Wait a minute. They did the pilot without you? And they did it with a different actor?
And then they did another episode with a different actor.
So they did 2 episodes and then were like...
the one that aired? You weren't in the...
No, that never aired.
Okay.
2 of them never aired. The pilot and then the first
I was about to say, I was
aired.
like, I remember seeing the pilot. You were
that's
in
a
the pilot.
lot of money to spend on 2 episodes and then shelve them.
It was.
Well,
I think it was something funny like this, you guys. The girl who came in, the role was not called Chelsea. It was called like Molly and then Emma. And one of the girls who came in did a British accent for Emma, sort of this whole time, and they loved her accent. And
But in San Francisco,
I know, but they just loved her accent, like she was some like kid from out of town or
They gave
something.
her
some made her seem different. But it was some weird story. I'm not remembering exactly correctly, but some weird story where she wasn't actually British and all of a sudden just dropped the accent like during rehearsals one day, and everybody was like,
she made a strong choice and then was like, eh.
Well, she was pretending like she was British outside of the character as well. And one day during rehearsals, just like dropped the accent. And everyone was like, "Wait, what? What's going on?" I don't know, something like that.
That's
and
so
then
weird.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have any like receipts or anything, but I just heard that story at the very beginning. I was like, "What?
Don't audit me."
I didn't even want to talk about her too because I was like, I just hope they were paying me like weekly as a guest star for the whole first season.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I thought
Fucking
Disney.
Disney.
No, but this is his thing.
Disney.
Whenever he talks about Disney, like being Disney, he
But that's
makes that
fucked
sound.
up.
No, but that was. I've told you this. That's what I thought. Because the first season of Wizards, they brought me in originally, and I still kind of think that they brought me in under false pretenses, because they originally asked me back in Texas, and I was out of money. I was completely, because I completely funded coming out from Texas to LA, on like one guest star that I booked a year. And so I was out. I had nothing left. So my mom was like trying to figure out how to tell me that I had to quit because I had nothing left to pay to fund come out here. And that's when Wizards came along, and they wanted to pay me as a recurring, which was a guest star every time, which was no money. And my mom was like, no, we can't afford it. And so they were like, well, okay, we'll come to the 21st floor and audition for Alex. And I was like, okay.
The 21st floor.
The 21st
like,
floor.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like deeply ingrained in that green building in all
green,
of our brains.
Burbank.
In Burbank. But yeah, so, and my mom, and so we were like, okay, so, and they wouldn't pay for the flight until I booked it. And if I didn't, SOL. But then they handed me Harper last minute, and I booked Harper, but they wanted to make her reoccurring, and we told them no. And my agent was like, are you sure? Nobody says no to Disney. And my mom was like, yeah, we cannot afford it. Like, we can't, because they wanted to do the same thing with me.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
wanted to make me reoccurring.
Yeah, and
and
the cost of living and everything.
no,
I mean, it's,
we couldn't do it.
yeah. I mean, it's a business. I know where this happens in other networks too. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
So your first TV job was That's So Raven?
my first TV job was That's So Raven.
What the fuck?
But that's also, but it
you believe
makes,
it?
I've talked to other people about this too, is it actually makes total sense to me that you went from theater to Disney, because not only do we have the live audience,
Of course.
but also that energy.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's
Just
such a
big.
heightened,
That's
like,
exactly what they wanted. They wanted somebody who
Yeah.
could match Raven's big comedy.
Yeah.
Somebody physically comedic. And I just remember I had done a lot of theater, and you asked me how I got an agent, and I'm sorry. I had just got an agent, and that agent sent me on this audition. An agency called the Bobby Ball Agency.
that sounds vaguely familiar.
God bless you.
Does it?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
How funny is that? And I don't know if they're still in standing, but
That sounds like Donna Jean Goheen. I remember that was also like an agent that I think that was back in Texas, but I remember that was also a God bless you kind of name where you're
Yeah.
like, what?
oh God,
You okay?
No, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
it's not funny. We're so old. You know, we're getting so old.
Where did you guys shoot?
Hollywood Center Studios.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the same.
we were
shot
at
there.
stage 4.
We were stage 4, and then we went to like, what, 3.5, 3/4,
Yeah,
whatever.
we moved. But you weren't there while we were there.
No,
No,
we
we
had
were-
left. Yeah, we
yeah.
had
Yeah.
gone. Although we started at Sunset and Gower.
Uh-huh.
Right
Yeah.
across
Which
from
is now
Roscoe's.
Netflix.
Which is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
don't
even
think
know.
it's Netflix now. Maybe
Oh.
not.
I
But
don't know.
it's
I
where
remember-
Hannah shot.
We were right next to those. Remember Danny Bonaducci and
Of
Mario
course.
Lopez? That show.
Yes.
What was that show with those 5 guys?
Oh, Jesus. And Mario Lopez?
Yes, like the other half or the other guys. Or
That was a very specific
You know what I'm talking about?
generation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I do.
How old are we? I remember my mom would drop me off at like 5. Sorry, I'm sorry, but like that show, we can't even remember it, and it was like on for a while.
Yeah, it was on
like
for a minute.
25 years ago, right? That's a lot of years
Yeah,
ago.
it was a very specific era of television.
She was 5.
yeah.
Okay, but I'm like 55 on the inside.
I
always have been.
understand,
Don't
but
want
I'm
to be
just
older.
saying,
Don't want to be older. No,
reference-wise,
I'm just kidding.
No,
You want to
I-
be wiser. I
No,
get it.
I don't want to be older. I just came out of the womb with a cigarette and a martini. That's just how I came out in the world.
It's true.
That's why he and I
are
get
you
along.
still an alcoholic today?
Yes.
You poor thing. I just
that's-
constantly smell like olives.
That's why he and I get along. It's because he's like a big kid,
big-
and
I'm a
I'm
big kid, yeah.
like
You are,
a
David.
little old
Yeah.
lady on the inside.
That's
So
why.
Did you watch Wizards? Did you do you?
No,
I knew this
you're
question
like-
was going to come
No,
up.
of
and I
course she
thought,
didn't.
I knew this
You
question
better
was going to come up.
Well, I don't know. I
David,
mean, I
did
watch
you
it.
watch the generation of Disney after us?
Yeah, I'm
you
fucking
didn't.
checking out Good Luck Charlie and this. I wanted to
you?
direct more episodes.
but you did it
so
for
I looked.
selfish reasons.
Lab Rats and
I
that kind of stuff.
don't. I don't.
You never watched our show?
No, and I swear I'm
I
not just
love you.
saying this. Like I used to get so grossed out when people would say this, and I thought, "What are you doing? You need to look at your work." But I don't watch myself. I don't watch Raven's Home.
Mm.
I can barely get. Sorry. I can barely get through the script when we're doing it.
What the fuck did you
my
just say?
my line. Yeah, you know. Come on. Isn't that what you're doing? You don't care what the kids are saying? I don't care.
Oh my god,
I don't care.
that's so funny.
Yes, of course.
Dead.
Yes.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this clip of Wizards of Waverly Pod. And for the full episode, go to the Wizards Pod YouTube channel. The link is in the description.
And for exclusive weekly bonus content, join our Patreon now. There's a link in the description for that too. Thanks for watching.
Bye now.